The Jefferson County Public Schools Task Force is looking into ways to improve the district and possibly restructure it.
The group held its second meeting in Frankfort yesterday, questioning district officials on a number of topics. So Jim Stratman is in the studio with us for this story. And one of the main issues they were bringing up here, Jim, was teacher retention.
That's right. Dr. Marty Polio said that teacher retention sits at 96%, which was pretty good, but he can't say exactly whether or not that number will hold throughout this year. It's still a little bit too early to tell. Now, a contributing factor would be the stipend program that the JCPS has in place. Now, lawmakers specifically asked about this yesterday. That stipend is an $8,000 incentive for teachers to commit to teaching in choice zone schools. Now, the money is in addition to the normal pay for JCPS teachers, which starts at about $48,000. Goes up to about $94,000 for a teacher who's worked in the district for at least 25 years. Now, one lawmaker called that type of stipend, quote, almost a lifestyle change. And seeing as how JCPS is reimbursed by the Kentucky Department of Education for those stipends, these lawmakers were pretty interested in how that program was working. Dr. Polio said they'll know better in September once that hiring season again is truly over.
So we did have a good number who jumped at that opportunity from the beginning. It is still a challenge. I'm not going to say that it's not still a challenge in our highest need schools to bring in staff, because it is a tougher job.
Bus driver retention also seems to be one of those tougher jobs. Dr. Polio said retention numbers are, quote, not 96%, but he did not give any more clarification besides that. The district did raise driver pay across the board by $6 this year, making the starting pay $29 an hour. More senior drivers could make up to $54 an hour. Now, lawmakers also probed Dr. Polio about student behavior and whether that was a problem in retaining staff. I'll dive into what both sides had to say about that coming up here in the next half hour. Eric, Grace?
All right, Jim, thank you. JCPS is back in class next Thursday, August the 8th. But first, we'll see New Albany, Floyd County schools return tomorrow, followed by Greater Clark and Bardstown on Thursday. You can find a full list of back-to-school dates on the WHAS11.com homepage.
The family of the man fatally shot by Metro Police in Valley Station is asking Mayor Greenberg for an independent investigation. Attorney Mike Cooper is representing the family of 32-year-old Yoel Roberto Napoles Rivero. Metro Police officers initially responded to his family's home last Thursday for a trouble call. Interim Chief Paul Humphrey says Napoles Ravello approached officers with a knife, and that's when he was shot. Well, the man's family disputes that. In a letter to the mayor sent on their behalf, Cooper writes, quote, he was not holding a knife, nor did he pose any genuine threat to any of the officers on the scene at the time he was shot. The LMPD identified the officers who were involved in the shooting as Garrett Schmeltz, Kendrick Eves, and Matthew Forbes. They're now on administrative leave, which is department policy. Body camera video of the shooting is expected to be released by August 8th.
2 people were killed and another hurt in a boating crash on Rough River Lake in Grayson County. The Falls of Rough Fire Department says the crash happened around midnight on Sunday between a pontoon and a bass boat near the Cave Creek boat ramp. 1 person was killed, another flown to the hospital, and then a third was still missing. With help from several agencies, including the Louisville Metro Police dive team, crews found that third victim Sunday afternoon.
The family of Officer Nick Wilt says he's making strides in his recovery. In an update online, Officer Wilt's brother, Oldham County EMS Director Zach Wilt, says he's walking and talking and eating well. He'll soon receive a service dog donated to assist him in his everyday life. Wilt's family says his goal is to regain his independence. Wilt left inpatient therapy 1 year ago after being shot in his head during the shooting at the Old National Bank.
The list of potential running mates for Vice President Kamala Harris just got shorter. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper has opted out of the process. He was among several people being vetted for the role, including Governor Andy Beshear. Governor Beshear was here in Louisville yesterday speaking at the Veterans of Foreign Wars National Convention. The group's mission is to help guide the VFW as it lobbies Congress on issues important to the nation's veterans, service members, and their families. Beshear thanked the veterans for the sacrifices they made to defend America's freedoms.
I recognize that every opportunity that we have in this country, every opportunity that our kids, that my kids have, is because of the service and the sacrifice of our veterans since the inception of this great nation.
Saturday kicked off the 125th year for the convention. It ends August the 1st. It's at the Kentucky International Convention Center.
Starting today, the left lane of the Kennedy Bridge heading from Indiana into Kentucky will be closed. The single lane closure began at 4 o'clock this morning and will last 4 days. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says it's closing the lane so crews can take measurements for steel repairs that need to be made. That lane will reopen Friday night at 7.
Christina, big weather day. What's just one thing we need to know?
Well, try to limit your time outdoors today because we are going to be dealing with excessive heat index values today, going to be likely surpassing the triple digits. I'll tell you when we're finally going to feel a little bit more tolerable coming up on the other side of the break.